Anatta. Who are you without your story? Anatta is a word from the time of the Buddha. It's often translated as no self. What it points to is not really something the mind can capture. Anatta is not a concept to believe in, nor a philosophy to debate. It's a direct recognition of what you truly are when the stories fall away. The truth is simple, yet it's nearly impossible for the conditioned mind to accept what you call you is a story. It's a collection of memories, emotions, and identifications bound together by language and habit. Your name, your family, your culture, your history. All of these are threads woven into a mask that consciousness has mistaken for its own face. From birth, awareness is pure, unbounded, luminous. But soon after, a process of narrowing begins. Parents call you by a name. Society teaches you what is yours and what is not yours. Praise and blame shape the contours of your identity. By the time you reach adulthood, the original vastness of your being has been buried beneath layers of roles, labels, and masks. The Buddha called this forgetting anatta, the illusion of selfhood. When you mistake the story for the truth of who you are, you end up living your entire life in a prison without walls. You are not the prison. You are the prisoner who believes the prison is home. Most of us spend our lives defending our story. We fear death because, we fear the ending of the narrative. We chase pleasure and flee pain because both threaten the stability of the identity we have constructed. We crave validation because without it, the story feels incomplete. We cling to our beliefs because to question them feels like the destruction of self itself. And yet, if you pause for even a moment, if you allow the story to fall silent, something extraordinary is revealed. Behind the masks, behind the memories, there is a luminous presence. It has no name, no history, no nationality. It was never born, and it will never die. It simply is. This is why the Buddha taught that the self is anatta, or not self. He did not mean that you do not exist, but that the self you cling to is not who you really are. The belief in a permanent, unchanging identity is honestly the root of all suffering. When this illusion is seen through, fear just dissolves. Death itself is no longer an enemy, but a transformation in an endless continuum. We suffer because we mistake the reflection for the source. We polish the mirror, decorate the mask, edit the story, but all the while, we forget to look at the one who is aware of it all. Look closely. Are you the thinker of your thoughts or the witness of thought? Are you the story you tell about your past, or the awareness in which that story arises and disappears? The self is a river, always changing. Memory flows, identity flows, the body flows. The only constant is awareness itself. In Zen, they ask, what was your face before your parents were born? This is, another way of asking, who are you without your story? At first, the realization of anatta feels, almost like a death. The ego recoils, afraid of being erased. But in truth, nothing real is lost. What falls away is the mask, and what remains is freedom. Freedom to act without being bound by identity. Freedom to love without possession. Freedom to live without fear of death. Anatta is not about becoming nothing. It is about seeing that you were never the story to begin with. You are the clear sky in which all stories come and go. You are the stillness behind every movement, the silence beneath every word, the awareness that does not begin and cannot end. When you realize this, suffering lessens. Life continues, but the compulsive grasping at me loosens. Praise and blame no longer bind you. Gain and loss are seen as movements in the play of existence. Pain and pleasure are recognized as two sides of the same coin. The story of I is no longer a prison. It becomes a costume you can put on and take off. This is what it means to be free in the world, but not of the world. To play your role without believing you are the role. To act fully, to love fully, to suffer fully, yet remain untouched at the core. The Buddha said, all things are impermanent. All things are without self. Nirvana is peace. To see anatta is to wake from the dream of separation. It is to know that there is no fixed self to defend, no story to cling to, no mask that can contain the vastness of who you are. So, I ask again, who are you when the story ends? Who are you before thought? Who are you without your name, your history, your mask? If you dare to look beyond the story, you may find what cannot be spoken, the infinite silence that is your true home.